What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing, and welcome back today to a brand new predictions video on FIFA 18, and this is the second one of these. The first one, well, I say it's the second one, it's the first part of this series, but my first FIFA 18 prediction video went up a couple of days ago, guessing some of the Manchester City player ratings for next year, and the support on that was absolutely awesome, so thank you so much for that. We're going to be following that up today with part 1 of the top 30 players on FIFA 18, my predictions for the best 30 players on next year's FIFA. I did this last year as a top 25 and you guys seem to absolutely love it, so I wanted to do it again, and I thought, how can I make this better? By adding another 5 players onto the countdown. So today we're going to be going down from number 30 to number 26. These are the kind of series where I love to hear your thoughts and feedback in that comment section down below. Leave a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Let me know in that comment section if you agree or disagree with the ratings that I've given these players, and what other players you think perhaps deserve to be in that top 30 countdown that perhaps other people might not think that aren't so obvious, if that makes sense. But without any further ado, I think we're going to get into it. So if you do enjoy it, I'll say it again, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on it, always massively appreciated. Let's start the countdown. So to kick things off on the countdown, coming in at number 30, I think he's someone that you could describe as a new entry into the elite rated players in FIFA, and I think this is going to happen. I think Harry Kane is going to get a massive boost next year. He started off the year as an 84 rated striker on FIFA 17, did get that upgrade to 85, but picked up 8 special cards across the year, which is absolutely incredible. One of them being an SBC, which is particularly earned through good performances, but still 7 cards there, including a team of the season, a man of the match, and a bunch of informs, is absolutely ridiculous. And I think the fact that he won the Golden Boot this year, getting 29 goals, is amazing, but the fact that he won it last year as well and he's now got back-to-back Golden Boots, I think is the reason that he's going to get a big increase, which is why I have gone for an 87 rated Harry Kane for next FIFA. He's going to be going up by 2 from his regular card this year. Of course, I've given him pace +2, shooting +3 is the main thing. I think his shooting in reality is up there with the best in the world right now. One of the most clinical finishes out there. 88 shooting, I think, represents that. I've also given him an extra couple in dribbling and passing, and his physical as well, I've pushed up by 3. I think 82 physical was a bit stingy on his upgraded card, so an 87 card I've gone for Harry Kane. What do you guys think of this one? I love hearing your thoughts in the comment section on these kind of predictions. Let me know what you think Harry Kane's going to be next year, as well as everyone else in this countdown. But Harry Kane, age 7, will be amazing. Still a bit slow, but definitely a step in the right direction and will be a very fun card to use. So coming in just ahead of Harry Kane in number 29, it's another striker that's had a fantastic season with PSG and Uruguay's Edinson Cavani. I believe over the past 12 months has scored 50 goals, which is absolutely insane. And similarly to Harry Kane, he's had back-to-back fantastic seasons. I think since Zlatan left, it's really opened the door for him at PSG. Despite the fact that I didn't win the league and Monaco won it, he still had an unreal season, picking up 7 special cards, similarly to Kane again. One of them was an SBC that doesn't really reflect his performance, so we could say 6 special cards. He's got a team in the group stage in there from the Champions League, and of course that team of the season. Unlike Kane, who went up by 2, though, I think Cavani's going to go up by just the 1, also being an 87 rated striker next season. I've given him an upgrade in pace with a small +1, dribbling with another +1, but again, like Harry Kane, I think the main upgrade needs to come in the shooting area. Currently he has 84 shooting, and I think that does deserve a boost, so I've given him a +3 in that area to take him up to 87. And I keep on comparing him to Kane. They will be very, very similar cards if this was to happen. Both aren't particularly the quickest, both haven't got the most amazing dribbling, but both are pretty strong and got incredible shooting. Did think about boosting his physical a little bit, but decided to leave that as it is. But yeah, Edinson Cavani, 87 rated, coming in at number 29. Coming in at number 28, going against the trend of Harry Kane and Edinson Cavani, is Paul Pogba. And I say it's going against the trend because the other 2 players have obviously had fantastic seasons, whereas Paul Pogba had his big money move to Manchester United, and I think everyone can agree that he's not had the impact that they expected him to have, especially for the money that they did pay. Still an incredibly talented player in reality, of course. Started off the year as an 88 rated player, got himself 5 special cards, which is actually, when I was putting this together, more than I thought he'd picked up. He's got himself 4 informs and a man of the match card in there, but still, when you look at his return this season, I believe he's only got 5 goals and 4 assists across all competitions in the last 12 months, which is just nowhere near good enough. Like I say, I think he's still a fantastic player, and it wouldn't surprise me if he did kick on next year to really make his mark in the Premier League now, after sort of bedding in this season. But for that performance last year, for his poor form, I am still going to be giving him a -1. This card, even with the -1, will still be absolutely incredible. I've taken his dribbling down by 1, he's shooting down by 1, and he's defending down by 2. I think he got caught out quite a bit this season when he was playing in that sort of deeper CDM position, which I don't think suits him. I think he needs to be given the freedom of the pitch in a more attacking sense. So that's the reason I knocked his defending down a bit, but still, it would be an incredible central midfielder, and I think you're probably going to see a lot better from him in the next season. Coming in number 27, it's another striker. Seems to be a lot of strikers in these first 5 that we're looking at today, and it's another one that's potentially working his way into that sort of elite category of player. It's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He's another player that actually had an upgrade this year. Started off the year as an 86, got up to an 87, picking himself up 5 special cards along the way, one which was an SBC. And it's kind of crazy that you think Pogba hasn't had the most amazing season, took a lot of criticism obviously. Aubameyang has had like an incredible year. They've got the same amount of special cards, and if anything, Pogba's got more, because like I said, the one Aubameyang one is an SBC. But yeah, he did get taken up by 1 to an 87 this year, and despite the fact that he's had a fantastic season, I think he's still going to remain as an 87 next FIFA. I was very tempted to take him up by a couple to 88, but I couldn't quite justify it. He's one of those that's definitely on the edge, and despite the fact I've kept him as an 87, I have still taken his stats up ever so slightly, pushed up his shooting by 2 to 86, and also knocking that physical up by 1 to 74. So he's one of those that really was on the periphery, on the edge of going up to an 88, but I decided to keep him as an 87. A fantastic player, absolutely rapid, and again will be deadly on FIFA next year. Whether he gets an upgrade or not, I am sure of that. And coming in at number 26, the final player that we're going to be looking at today is another striker, or is he? It's Paulo Dybala. Had another unreal season for Juventus, really burst onto the scene last year with his debut season for the Italian Giants, and he's only kicked on from there really. He's another player that got an upgrade this year, going from an 85 to an 86, picked himself up, a ton of special cards, got six informs technically. One of them again is an SBC, which doesn't particularly count. Well, sorry, he's got 7 special cards, 6 of them are like official upgrades, 1 being an SBC is what I'm trying to say. And like I say, he's looked absolutely unreal for Juventus this season. Don't see him play all that often, but when I have seen him in the Champions League, he has just been he's been absolutely electric, an incredible looking player, and I think he is one that is in line for an upgrade. But it's an interesting one because I've taken him up by 1 to an 87. However, I have decided to drop him back to a cam position. Now, I was looking on the stats on who scored yesterday when I was putting this together. Of all the games he's played this season, around 15 of them have been at striker, 25 of them have been in that cam position, so we could well see Paulo Dybala push back to that cam slot, which to be honest I think would be an amazing striker, and isn't the end of the world either, because you can still convert him up to that striker position of course. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what they do with that, whether they keep him as a striker or do push him back to that cam position where he has also got a couple of informs for Juventus there. But overall +1 to an 87, pace on pushing up by 1, as well as the dribbling, and passing on putting up by 2 to 79 as well. I think as he's got so many special cards and played so often in that cam position, his pass has got to go up naturally. I did think about pushing the shooting up a little bit, but I think 86 is still very high. And when you look at that card, lads, if it was a cam, 89 pace, 91 dribbling, decent passing, great shooting as well. It's almost like Wayne Rooney when he got taken initially back from striker to that cam position, but with a bit less physical, and of course he will have the 4-star skill moves as well. But that is going to end up these first 5 lads on the top 30. Love to hear what your thoughts were on these players that we've put in so far, who you think deserves to be in the top 30, who haven't mentioned that you think should be getting in there in the next couple of pots maybe, and what players, the players that we've looked at today, what do you think their ratings are going to be? Let me know if you disagree with my predictions. But that is going to end up the video. If you did enjoy it, these take a long time to put together like I mentioned at the start, so I really appreciate it if you could leave a big thumbs up on it. I'll catch you all tomorrow lads, enjoy the rest of your evenings. Nidge out.